The Arkansas CW presents Do the Ozarks, featuring the Arkansas CW crew, powered by McClarty Daniel.
Here standing in probably one of the creepiest hallways I've ever been in my life, but Charlie, reassure me that nothing scary ever happens in this spot.
I wish I could, but I can't.
Oh.
But I'm going to tell you about some paranormal activity that has taken place in this hotel, and especially on this floor. Before I start that, though, I'm going to say that there was a predecessor hotel that sat on the foundation of the Basin Park Hotel, and it was called the Perry House, and it was built in 1880 by a gentleman by the name of Captain Joe Perry that was a great hotelier. And he didn't come here to build a hotel. He built the hotel in gratitude for coming down here himself with what he thought was an incurable disease and being healed by the spring waters of Eureka Springs. And he built the Perry House. Perry House burned down, and this lot sat vacant for about 13 years. And then the Basin Park Hotel was built on it. Now, when the Perry House was standing, there was a famous cowboy that came here, cattle baron really, named John Chisholm. John Chisholm was a real deal. He herded more cattle from Paris, Texas to the stockyards in Chicago than anybody else. And he had developed throat cancer, had surgery in Kansas City, came here hoping to rehab. And he was not quite as fortunate as Captain Joe Perry was, and he ended up dying in the Perry House on the second floor shortly before Christmas one year. That would have been the third floor of this hotel, precisely room 310, right down the hall here. And people over the years have seen a cowboy walk in the halls of this hotel. Some say he's looking for a horse. I've heard one other story about a doctor and his wife. They checked into this hotel. That doctor was a skeptic. He and his wife had been out to dinner, and they came in. His wife had already gotten in bed, and the doctor, for some unknown reason, looked out in the hall and turned to his wife and said, "You don't believe me, but there's a guy walking down the hall with a horse." And his wife was reluctant. She didn't want to look at him, but he signed an affidavit to that effect. But we've had things like that happen in this hotel, so especially on this floor, other floors too. We get a lot of activity in this hall. People have taken pictures down this hall and seen objects, orbs, things of that nature. And, you know, I always like to characterize it as just unexplained.
Sure. All right. Walking down the hallway, which was John Chisholm's last known location. So, definitely getting some static. I tell you, if I were a ghost, this is the hallway I would be on. 309, and coming to an end here. Oh. He's not being very talkative. He's going to be the quiet type. And 310 right here, though, this is his last room. Oh. Some staticky here. Still not saying anything. Let's hope it stays that way.
Do the Ozarks, featuring the Arkansas CW crew, powered by McClarty Daniel.